Hey you guys, I'm back! Yes, I am back and ready to roll. It's been quite a while since my last video, so I thought I'd start this year out with a bang. I know. Why I decided to do it this late on, no idea. Just other things happened, and I'll save the story for some other time. If you ever want to know things that happen, feel free to also contact me through DM on Instagram, or even, you know, join my awesome Periscopes that I do all the time. Alright, so I'm going to be doing my Ask Missy, and I'm super excited today. So I have 24 questions. I did let other people have more time, and I was like, you know, I'm kind of glad that not as many comments this time, only because, like, I love the awesome questions that they had for me. So let's get started with this. Alrighty. At Autumn T7710, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go and who would you bring with you? Well, if I could travel anywhere in the world, it would have to be Ireland, Scotland. It would be, oh goodness, so many other places. Like, let's go to Paris. Let's go to Machu Picchu, Rio de Janeiro, Arriba. I don't know. We could go anywhere. Probably, I don't know, maybe Russia. We could go to a few other places. Who would I bring with you? Maybe some friends if they wanted to go. Family, my aunt, I would like to go and travel with. So probably family or friends. That would be pretty cool. At Amanda Morak. Hey girl, do you have any specific videos planned for the new year? Do I have any specific videos planned? That's a great question. Thank you so much for asking, Amanda. I do have some specific videos that will be planned. One of them will be a unboxing I'm going to be doing, so that's super exciting. I have one coming up real soon, and that's gonna probably be up within the next few months. And then I have a awesome special coming up for everybody, and the girl and I that are doing this are, you know, I was just super excited, and we're both just like, oh my gosh, and we're all super happy about all of this, and everything went down on a Periscope. So for those of you who focused on Periscope and was on there with me, you guys know what's coming up, and I pretty much tell all of the details. Some other things that I'll be doing for specific videos is I'm going on a trip in a, you know, awesome rocket ship. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm not going on a trip in my little rocket ship. I'm not doing that, but I am going on a trip, and I'm super excited. I'll be going to Chicago, hopefully in, what was it, June, July-ish area, maybe, possibly. And I'll be maybe going to, well, we talked about going to Minneapolis, going to Ohio. Those are the two main ones besides Chicago that we're going to be going to. But yes, I will be going to Illinois for probably a few weeks, maybe a month. I don't know. We'll see. I've never actually been around the middle of the United States per se, besides Colorado. And but we'll see. We'll see. They're a few hours ahead of me, and I don't know. I don't know how things are going to go with videos, but I will vlog some of it. I won't be vlogging all the time, but I will vlog some of it, and I'm super excited. Some other things I have is some fail, or, you know, maybe like okay or fail type videos. I don't know. We'll see with that. It's where instead of tutorials, I'll probably be doing like makeup styles and see if you think it's a fail or if you think it's okay. I don't know. Just something for fun, everyone to do, so that way there's no right or wrong way to do things. I've just been experimenting, and I thought, you know, instead of being so legitimate and saying this is how you do something, we're gonna do it together, and we're gonna make mistakes together, we're gonna have fun together. And I think for this new year, this is the direction I kind of want to go. Alright, At It's Brit 123, excuse me, I was about to say 123 and I was like, okay. Anyway, It's Brit 123. When are you going to dye your hair again and what color? Well, obviously I already dyed my hair again. It is the same color that it's always been, so I'm keeping it that way. And I don't know what other color I would ever dye my hair if I were to. At Kelly.Robles_, if you could eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be and why? Linguine Alfredo. Yes, yes, honey, yes. Linguine Alfredo from Red Lobster. I love linguine Alfredo from Red Lobster. It's one of my favorites ever, 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 ever. And it's one of the cheapest foods that you can probably get there nonetheless. And I just love it. A full portion is about $8. Half of it is only $4. Sometimes even during lunchtime it's $2. It's you know, it's so cool. I love it. Oh, it's literally, I could eat that till I died. Seriously, I could always eat that. That's the only thing I really only get at Red Lobster, which is really funny because I love seafood and I have no problem making my own King Dungeness crab, you know, like actually taking the full actual Dungeness crab and, you know, cleaning it myself and boiling it. I have no problem doing that all myself. I think it's cool that I can do that now. And I also do an awesome lobster, just saying. Alright, at Mackers.J, is your hair color natural? By the way, you are awesome. Okay, so they're probably talking about when I did have my black brown hair. Yes, that was my natural color. This is dyed color. So when I did have my natural color, yes, it was my natural hair color that was dark brown and black. And if you didn't know, just a little cool little tip just from the cosmetology side here. Yes, natural hair color is coming back. So anything that has grow out, you are in fashion, honey. Just let it roll, because you know what? It's the style now. Everyone is doing it. Everyone is growing out whatever color they want, and they are just working it, and it looks really good, actually. I have a feeling that in the next 10 to 20 years, everyone's gonna probably go back to like maybe natural colors and or perms. Not like, you know, the Shirley Temple perms, but those like really cute beach wave curls. People are actually gonna get permed. That's what I see kind of happening, you know. Alright, at live_S22, if you could be any color, what would you be? Well, I love the rainbow. So I wouldn't mind being red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, indigo, whatever. I would totally love to be a prism. Then I could just call myself Prism. I could be a prism. I could be a prism. Rainbow, that's what I would totally be. I love rainbows. Rainbows are awesome. Like I said, I totally love rainbows. I'm totally into like the neon, and I love color. I just love color, you guys. It's just so beautiful. Yeah, my fingers are kind of red from my hair. It happens. Everything's turning red. It's a massacre of red everywhere. Alright. At Ashley__Marie, if you could dye your hair any color other than red, what would it be? That is a great question. I've tried pink, I've tried purple. Purple doesn't stay very well. Pink stays pretty long in my hair. I would try, well, I've tried green, and green doesn't really last very long, neither does blue. So that leaves yellow and orange. I don't necessarily think that yellow would necessarily look good, but I do think that if I did an ombre with the yellow and the orange, I think we could do something with it. Maybe call it Phoenix. I don't know. You never know what people can create these days. But I do know that I would love to have maybe like a design. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. That's probably what I would do though. If my hair couldn't be red, then maybe go back to plain Jane in black. I don't know. I don't know. At Thomas Loves Life, Hi Missy, I love your videos. And which do you love better? Your iPod or your iPad? And how are you enjoying your new editor? I love you too, Thomas. Thank you so much for also joining me on my Periscopes all the time. It's totally fun to hang out with you and talk to you. I really got to know you, and it's really awesome. So I don't know which one I like better. I like them both. I really do. I use my iPad just the same amount that I use my iPod. I use them both. I just use my iPad for movies and games and also looking things up, and just sometimes I just do that a little bit more with my iPad. That's just the things that I do with it. With my iPod, it's just for games and whatever, and just, oh, let's post this photo, and let's play with this, and let's listen to music, and let's rock out, and let's do this. And I think that I use my iPod a lot more for, like, social media wise than I do for my iPad or for my phone mostly. And how am I enjoying my new editor? My new editor that I'm using is an application on my computer. It is brand new. I'm trying to see how I like it even. So I don't know. Whatever you guys might perceive it to be, you guys might like it, I might not like it, I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see once I figure it out, once I use my new editor on this video. So tell me in the comments below what you think about it. Even like the video up if you think that it's good. If I need to change some stuff, please let me know also. That would be greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. Alright. At dope_fresh_dest. What would you like to be remembered for? Well, you know, that's a very, very good question. Some things I would like to be remembered for is maybe just for how random I can be, how spontaneous I can be, that I'm not always perfect, that I do have, you know, a real, you know, real thing about myself. Maybe it's because I'm probably too real, and I know that turns a lot of people off, is because people sometimes don't really like hearing sometimes the truth. Sometimes some people don't like hearing what I have to say, but at the same time people still watch it. So I mean, you know, there's just a fine line between how real I can be and what's acceptable and what's not, which I have found those barriers. Took me a while, but I found them. So we'll figure that out. But I just want to be remembered for being real and honest, for like telling things how they are, like saying, if I don't like something, this is what I don't like about it. If I have an issue with this, this is what my issue is. And that's the kind of thing. I just want everybody to feel as if they can relate in some way. I know some people can't. I know some others choose not to. That is choiceable for others to make. You know, that's just other people's choice, in other words. But mostly for fun and randomness, I'm totally down for that. Totally down for that. Alright, at Hopi Dopey 76. I love saying that, Hopi Dopey 76. That's awesome. I love that username. What are your plans for your channel in 2016? Ooh, I don't know. I'm still getting there. I'm mostly focusing on things I want to do. I mean, I love everybody's thoughts, and I love everybody having input, and I love everyone's suggestions of videos that they want to do. I greatly appreciate it so much. People have no idea how much I actually appreciate it. And with that, I just want to say that, like, if you have any thoughts or ideas that you want to give to me, feel free to let me know, and I will always take it into consideration. I might not always do it, but I think it's because sometimes I lose myself. When you're doing something, you sometimes lose yourself, and I think that's what happened this last year. And I think that I've now gone to a place where I know what I want to do, and I want it to be fun. And now that I can make it fun, I'm open to suggestions, and I think that's where it's gonna be. It's gonna be our channel. We're gonna grow it together, even though I know it's mostly me. I don't want to come on here always talk about me. That's not what I like to do. That's why I love doing live shows, because I always ask about them. Like, how are you doing? What are you doing? Why? And everything else. I just love to pick their brains and sing the kind of things that they like to see and do. And to me, that's really cool. And I just like doing that kind of stuff. So I want it to be about us. Not just about me, but all of us, because we are grouping together, we're uniting, we you know, not necessarily an army, but we are a group, and we're forming, we're doing pretty good. At Jordan.Hankins, yes, okay, Hankins, cool. If I said it wrong, then there's another way to pronounce it, like Hannins, maybe the K is silent. Words are pronounced differently. So I'm going to guess Jordan.Hankins. If you could only have one thing or one person in the world, what or who would it be? If I could have only one thing in the world, it's to live. That's the only one thing I would want in the world, is to live. That's pretty deep to say, but I think that's what I would want. The only one thing ever is just to live. I don't necessarily think that, you know, it would be cool to live forever, which it would be if we were talking about superheroes, but you know what I'm saying? I just think that's the one thing that I would have, is to live, you know. And if it was a person forever, I don't necessarily think or would want to choose one specific person, because I think many people impact our lives daily. So that's my opinion. I would want somebody that would love to be in my life every day, all the time, and I want more than just one person, if that makes sense. I couldn't choose between this person or that person, because one life does not mean more than another. Everyone's lives are equal. It just also depends on the relationship that you have with them that would differ. At Brianna_McFerrin, what's your favorite song? One of my favorite songs currently, it's called Game On by Waka Flocka. I know that sounds so weird, but it is called, his name is called Waka Flocka. And the Madden brothers, you know, as in Benji and Joel Madden from Good Charlotte, like one of my favorite rockin' bands ever in the world, like, are punk, and I'm like, oh yeah, just, okay, I got a little bit too carried away with that. Back to what I was saying. So my favorite bands or songs right now is called Game On. It's by Waka Flocka and the Madden brothers, or in other words, Good Charlotte. It's from the movie Pixels. If you haven't seen it, it's a really good movie. Some of the games that you might not know, unless if you weren't like in the 80s or 70s or haven't played those games. And some games include, which is really funny because it's just like Atari, like everybody knows who Donkey Kong is, let's just face it, but I mean like Centipede and Asteroids and, you know, just fun games like that. Obviously everybody knows Pac-Man, duh, I mean come on, Pac is awesome, but they made Pac into a bad guy, which was like really crazy, and I totally didn't see that coming. I'm getting off a topic. Okay, favorite song, Game On by Waka Flocka and the Madden brothers. Cool. Alright, at Cry Bunny. How old were you when you first dyed your hair and got piercings? Why did you take them all out? / would you consider putting them back in or getting more in the future? Love you. Cry Bunny, I love you so much, and you are the sweetest girl in the world. Love you. How old was I when I first dyed my hair? I was about 10 years old when I first dyed my hair. True story. But it was temporary dye, but it stayed forever. And when I got piercings, I'd say close to 10 as well. or maybe younger than them. I think I was 6 or 7 and I got these done. It wasn't until high school where I had all of my cartilage done on the inside as well, even the cartilage right here. I had my nose done, I had a septum, I had my eyebrow, which I took out within a week. I had a Monroe. On top of that, I had snake bites, I had spider bites, and I even had those ridiculous, stupid little berets that people have. And I took all of that out. I even went halfway through my tongue till then I realized, you know what, I won't have any feeling in my tongue, so forget it. So you can actually still feel where it was pierced through these two. Not so much the top part, but definitely the bottom, because I did the bottom several times. My nose is pretty much cleared up. There is still some scar tissue on the inside, stuff like that that just doesn't heal. The two piercings that I have currently is here, 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 and here, so that's like pretty much the lobe and second lobe of ears, of which I had to re-pierce these not too long ago, so they're really sore and kind of semi trying to not get infected. And would I ever think about getting any more? I've thought about it. I've thought about going up here again, but at the same time I'm like, I don't really need to. There's no need for it. It's just stuff I don't need to do, you know what I mean? So I'm very fine with minimalistic things with my face and my ears, you know what I mean? So I'm fine with that. At Tim Edits, what's your New Year's resolution? I didn't have one this year. I thought, you know what, I'll just go above and beyond and just do something new. I don't know what it's gonna be, and I'm looking forward to that journey. At Sam B 1456, how long have you been on YouTube and how many siblings do you have? I love you. Thank you so much, Sam. I love you too. I don't have any siblings. I am an only child and I love it. Love it. 100%. Would not ask for a sibling. Probably not. It's just one of those kind of things that I learned to grow up a little bit faster than other people. I don't think if I had a sibling, I probably wouldn't have grown up as fast as I had to. I probably wouldn't have had the responsibilities that I would have had, and that's just kind of how things are with stuff like that. And how long have I been on YouTube? Jeez, since 2006, 2004 maybe, roughly, is when I just like started it and was just joking, ha ha ha, uber fun, and then took it seriously nowadays. So it's been a while. At Anderson excuse me, I was looking at the next one under it. Like that. Okay. At Anderson.Jernigan. Gernigan. J. Excuse me. I get the G's and the J's. Man. Okay. It's Jernigan, I'm guessing. So if I'm wrong, please correct me and contact me through DM. Don't just say, you're an idiot and you can't say my name. So just feel free to contact me if I didn't say it right. What is your favorite song now? Again, it is Game On by Waka Flocka and the Madden Brothers. At Brianna_McPherson. Okay. At Brianna_McFerrin. I said it right the first time, I feel like. I don't know why I want to change it. I don't know. Anyway, what is your favorite holiday? My favorite holiday is Halloween, and I also like Christmas. But my favorite one by far is Halloween. At Rainbow Kitty 445, what's your favorite nail polish color? Why did you dye your hair red? My favorite nail polish color, I don't really have one. I do like black and I like sparkles and pink and blue, so I guess any of those really. I don't really necessarily have a favorite fingernail polish. Obviously I haven't been wearing fingernail polish, and my hair turns my nails colors. So it's kinda not really even worth having any nail polish on. But I don't really have one, to be, you know, honest. I don't. I never did, which is interesting. And why did I dye my hair red? Because I wanted something bold. I want something new, and I love it. It's just, I don't know, it makes me excited. At Beyond the Sea 3410, what's your favorite book and why? Well, because a lot of people don't, really know, but I don't like to read very much. Don't mistake that for the fact that I don't know very much, or because I sometimes mispronounce things. But no, the reason why I just don't like to read, it hasn't to do because of the fact that I'm slow in any way. I'm not. It's because I just don't see the enjoyment, I guess. I feel like I could be doing other things than just reading. I read all the time, don't get me wrong. I read magazines, I read like ridiculous books of any kind that are like National Geographic, Times Magazine, haunted places, ghosts, paranormal things. I read stuff like that all the time. That does not necessarily mean that I believe in the fact that there's a pyramid underneath, Area 51. That has nothing to do with anything. That's just, I don't know. I can't really wrap my brain around something like that. That's just, I don't know if I could believe something like that. You know what I'm saying? So there's certain things that, like, when I read things that are supernatural and stuff like that, not necessarily ancient aliens, but even though I do love watching that show, it's just interesting to know the theories that people come up with, and it just opens your your thoughts and ideas to everything else that is out there. It's just knowledgeable. Has nothing to do with my views, has nothing to do with my thoughts. It's just fun stuff that I like to look at and read. Mostly, I do like to read about the pyramids of Giza, Egypt, Egyptians, Egyptology. That's what I wanted to do when I was younger, along with becoming a dinosaur expert, which that's not necessarily being a paleontologist, by the way, but that is like not necessarily digging up the bones, which I would love to do, by the way. It's more of like the scientific facts behind them, how they got the name, and what kind of foods they ate. You know what I mean? So it's more of like the science behind it. I don't necessarily know if they would be classified as a paleontologist or not, but it's one of those kind of things that, I don't know, people would think. At Fallen Angel of Darkness, if you could dye your hair any color but red, what would you do it and why? Oh yeah, what would you do? What would it be and why? I kept on just replacing those words. I keep on looking at the words down. Anyway, sorry. I answered this question before and I probably don't know. I'd probably just go back to black, I guess. At Simply Leah 101, what's your favorite person in the whole world? I know it's hard, sorry. Favorite meal to eat for breakfast? I don't have a favorite person in the whole wide world. And I don't eat breakfast, which is really apparently unnatural, but I do not eat breakfast. So you guys, that is it. That is all of the Ask Missy's. I'm going to delete it. Excuse me, I had the hiccups. Delete. So it is now deleted. So, alrighty. I've been saying that word a lot. That being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I know I did. I'm so excited to be back here. And I hope that you all have a wonderful day. Feel free to also like this video up if you think that we should try new things on my channel. And if you're open to the idea of something new, or like I said about the whole makeup thing, like fail or, something like that. I don't know. I haven't really completely figured it out of what I was going to call it. But again, let me know in the comments, and have a wonderful, wonderful day, okay, you guys? Bye!